believe God, that God will turn it around exactly as he told me he would. So in Acts 27 and 22 says, and now I exhort you to be of good cheer. This is God's promise to Paul. For there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. Only thing he was saying, now y'all gonna live, but the ship that's carrying you over to the other side, that will be destroyed. So we don't have to worry about what's taking us into a storm, because that will be destroyed. Y'all ready to help me preach? Paul is offering some good words of an encouragement to the crew people on the ship. He was too trying to tell them that their condition is not their conclusion. What it looks like, y'all, won't determine their outcome. I see the word courage. Courage, y'all, means the ability to face danger, difficulties, uncertainties, or pain without being overcome by fear or being deflected from a choice course of action. Your condition will not be the outcome that seems what it should be. Those men on that ship saw the raging storm, and because the raging storm was beating up on that ship, and because of their eyes for what they saw, they were looking at the condition of their situation and the ship. So the outcome for them, for what they saw, they thought that meant death. So they were focused on their condition and what they were experiencing, that their conclusion that they came to would be death. Y'all gonna help me preach? Come on now, help me preach this morning. I feel my strength in my legs and feel like I want to take off running. So y'all better come on and help me preach so we can close this thing out. That's just like some of us today, because we see what life have thrown at us, a curveball. We automatically, y'all, start thinking the worst. You get on the phone and you start calling, and child, let me tell you. Then you start texting, listen to this, my situation has changed. But before you can even pray about it, before you can even take it to God, you're already speaking the negativity that hasn't even happened yet. Now I'm gonna get through this. You don't have to always let your circumstances dictate to you your outcome. You ever known that one person that call you and give you, well, child, listen, they took $100 out of my check that I wasn't expecting. My light's gonna get cut off. No, it's not. They just took $100 out of your check. Now the only thing you need to do is do what? Budget correctly, because they took out what they were supposed to take out, right? But before you even try to take it to God and lay it at his feet, you call and you speak negativity into that circumstance, into that situation, before God says, I can turn it around for you. Hold me, Holy Ghost. Y'all don't understand. Woo. Don't let it speak negativity in you. And then, y'all, if it's my friend, I don't even want you around me, because the negativity, y'all, you know, that has a place to rub off on you. And I constantly tell you to make sure that your circle of friends, that they can help you pray yourself out of situation. Don't sit around and sit down in the Indian style and say, girl, I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. I see it too. No, get away from me. Because I need somebody that's gonna have my back and say, don't worry about it, Pastor, we got you. Don't worry about it. I feel it too, but we got you in prayer. Don't worry about it. We're gonna help you get through. I don't need anybody to help me feel bad. I need somebody to encourage me. I'm not sure about you, but every now and then, I need somebody to give me an encouraging word so that I know the God that we serve is able to turn around. So if you truly look at conditions, we see conditions throughout the Bible. If you look at the woman with an issue of blood, she had a condition, but it was not her conclusion. Paul and Silas, they were in prison. That was their condition, but it wasn't their conclusion. Look at Moses, who had a speech impediment. But that wasn't his conclusion. Blind Bartimaeus couldn't see his way out of a wet paper bag, but that wasn't his conclusion. I know some of you are sitting here and you're watching on social media saying, well, preacher, you the pastor, you should be able to stand and go through some stuff that the world throw at you and then walk around that like you're in victory already, while confusions and folk trying to kill you is all around, but you walk in victory. And you're right, I should walk like that. But sometimes I got to be 100% with you. Sometimes that does not happen. I am anointed and I am appointed, but life, y'all, sometimes have a way of pressing me down and not knowing what to go. But that was that's the human side of me. When I get through all of that, then I just shake myself and say, okay, God, come on. Let's make them out a liar. Come on. Don't matter what kind of darts and arrows they're throwing at me, just shake it off and keep on walking. Why? Because God got you, and that's the same way you should be too. Why? How I know? Because Philippians 4:13, come on and help me preach it. I can do all things. You mean all the lies they telling on me? I can do all things. You mean the ones that late at night plotting and planning how to kill me? I can do all things. Woo! Through Christ.